Hey everyone, I'm Ben from the YMCA of Greater Boston, and we're here today to practice mindful yoga. And so we'll begin by just sitting comfortably. Can you cross your legs? Is that comfortable? If not, it's fine to extend one or both legs out. Just allow your eyes to close. Can you breathe through the nostrils? It's not essential. It does slow the breath down and filter the air that you take into your lungs. Can you sit tall and yet remain relaxed? Just enough effort to sit upright, relax everywhere else. Let the muscles of the face, around the eyes, soften. And bring awareness to sensation in your body. Again and again throughout the practice. As your mind wanders, thoughts, emotions come into awareness. You don't need to push them away, just notice them. And then gently return awareness to your physical body. Follow the sensation throughout your practice today. And so we'll complete this brief centering by taking a nice deep breath and letting it go. Can open your eyes. Now we're going to do a few sitting warm-ups. So can you just shift your legs? If your legs are crossed, switch so the other leg is in front. And hey, welcome, John. Welcome, Svetlana. Nice to have you here with us today. So let's just take hold of the knees. And on an in-breath, arch back. Look up. Big breath in. Good. And then release. Now place your hands out on the floor in front of you and gently crawl the fingers like your hands are like twin inchworms, drawing you forward. Checking in with your knees, with your back. There's no strain. Notice the heightened sensation. And by all means, honor your natural limits. So place your hands back on your knees. Take a breath in and arch back. Come into a back bend once again. And then come forward and hands slide out. Easy forward bend. Good. And then back to sitting. Now, take one hand out to the side. Let that other arm lift and reach that upper arm out to the side. Slide further out if you can and open the side body. Good. Other side. Upper arm reaches across and stretch your side. And once more to both sides. Now this time take the upper arm and just explore a little bit. Maybe the upper body, the upper arm, and explore movement. You can get a little creative in your practice of yoga. Other side, reach. Opening that side body. Upper arm can flow. Good. And arms overhead. Bring the hands back down. Now take one hand, bring it over to the opposite knee, and then bring that other hand back behind you. Press that back hand into the mat behind you and let that help lift and lengthen your spine. Breathe in as you lengthen. Breathe out as you twist. Other side. Sweep it around the other way. Grow tall on the in-breath and gently twist on the out-breath. And once more to both sides. This time, one hand on the opposite knee, the other arm just reaches back behind you. Keep it up in the air and explore with that arm that's reaching back behind you. Just explore movement. And then bring it around to the front. Switch to the other side. With that free arm, reach back and just explore movement with that back arm. Bending and exploring movement in the joints, the fingers, the wrist, elbow, shoulder. Good. And then back around to the front. Let's open the legs out, and we'll shift right around onto all fours. So from here, we'll take the left foot and just shift it out to the left a little bit and extend the right leg back. Extend the right arm out. Now, you can take a breath in. Exhale. You can drag the foot and bring the knee to the elbow. And then inhale, extend the leg back. Or you could lift that leg. Do it again. Exhale. Elbow to knee. Inhale. Extend out. One more. Good. And release. Come right back down. Now let's do the same thing on the other side. So just extend. Well, bring the right foot out to the right a little bit. That'll help with balance. Extend that left leg. Left arm reaches. And you could keep that left foot touching the floor as you tuck. Or you could lift that left foot and tuck. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, tuck. Good. And come right back to tabletop. From here, we'll curl the toes under and come up into downward facing dog. So pressing the heels toward the mat. Get a little stretch in each calf as you press one heel and then the other, so that you're walking your downward dog in place and opening the muscles at the back of that lower leg in a gentle way. And both heels once again pressing back toward the mat, tailbone lifting toward the sky. Press the chest down toward your feet, and then walk your feet in toward the middle of your mat. Walk your hands back toward your feet, and you're hanging in a ragdoll. Just sway gently from side to side and feel how the stretch flows from one side to the other leg and back to center, and then pressing into your feet and just roll your body up. You might bend the knees a little bit as you come up to standing. Let's lift the shoulders up, roll your shoulders back and relax them down. And I will take the weight onto one leg. You're going to use your arms to help you to balance here. Your eye gaze focused on a spot in front of you can help you to balance. Now take that lifted leg and sweep it forward and back. Some more challenge would be to make the sweeps bigger. Or you can touch the toes down as needed. Now take that leg out in front. And can you sweep the leg from side to side? Now, take the leg away from you. Touch toes down as needed. Pulse the leg. And then bring it across. And pulse. Cross your body. Just working those inner thigh muscles. And then place the foot down. Same thing other side. So take the weight onto that standing leg. Sweep the lifted leg forward and back. Touch the toes down as needed. Focus your gaze. Let your arms shift in such a way that you maintain your balance as best you can. take that leg out in front and sweep it side to side. Take the leg away from you, abduction, and pulse that leg. Touch the toes down as needed. Work the outer hip muscles. Then bring the leg across your body and pulse. And then release. Great. Now gently jog in place. Just very loose and bouncy and relaxed. And then back to stillness. And now with feet about hip distance, inhale the arms up. And as we come down, you'll bend the knees. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Bending those knees helps to keep the back safe. It cushions the forces. And one more time. This time we'll hold the arms up overhead and move right into our formal posture flow. Here we are in mountain pose. Shoulders relaxed. Arms parallel to one another. Can we move now into the raised mountain by coming up off the heels onto the balls of your feet? Good. And just hold here. And now revolved raised mountain. Can you twist? One direction. And then back to center and twist the other way. And then back to center. Good. And slowly lower down. Good. Bring your hands to your sides. And now let's just move into our next posture, which will be a wide leg pose. So your feet spread wide apart. Your arms float up parallel to the floor. And let's move into standing angle. Hinge forward. Tailbone reaches back. Crown of the head reaches forward. Keep a long spine if you can. Let your hands come down and rest on your ankles or shins or wherever on your legs your hands just naturally hold. Where can you relax in this pose? Relax your face. Just enough effort to keep the spine long. Little bend in the knees is fine. Now take your hands and place them under your face and walk your hands forward. Bring your body into a wide leg downward dog. Make sure your hands have a good grip on the mat or the floor that you're on. Press your hands and feet into the earth. Lift your tailbone toward the sky. Press your chest toward the mat. Reach the crown of your head forward toward your hands. Breathe. Find where you can relax in the pose. Of course, certain muscles will remain engaged to maintain the form, the shape, the structure. But relax those body parts that aren't needed. And walk your hands back in. Back to your legs. Let your hands slide up your legs. Knees can bend a little bit as you roll up to standing. And walk your feet back in to about hip distance apart. Now we'll move into a balance pose. Tree pose. So take the weight over one leg And now the other leg, bend at the knee and bring the heel to the ankle. Now you can keep the toes touching. If you're having any difficulty with balance, just stay here or even come back here. Otherwise, you could try bringing the foot up to the calf, or some of you might be able to bring the foot all the way up to the thigh. Just find the place that you can balance here. Bring your hands in front of your chest. Lift your arms up overhead and open your arms. Spread your branches. Focus your gaze. Notice what's happening with that standing leg. Touch the toes down anytime you need to. Good. And then bring the foot down. Bring the hands back together in front of your chest. And just relax your hands to your sides. And we'll take the pose to the other side. Let's take the toes to the mat, the heel to the ankle, the foot to the calf or thigh. Find the best fit for you. Try to bring that lifted knee back a little bit if you can. Focus your gaze. Hands in front of your chest. Arms up overhead and spread your branches wide. And breathe. Maybe take a moment just to appreciate the gift of the trees, the beauty of the autumn foliage. It's just one gift that the trees offer us. Good. And bring the foot down. Bring the hands back to your sides. And just relax here for a moment. And now with feet about hip distance apart, roll shoulders up and back and down and float your arms out. Lift them up overhead. Interlace your fingers. Point the index fingers. And then ease over to one side. And try to lengthen. Reach the hands away. Press that outer hip out to the side to deepen the side bend, if you like. And coming up, and we'll move into the crescent moon on the other side. So arching, reaching, breathing. And always feel free to explore just a little bit. Subtle movement. And then back, up to vertical. Now float your arms out to the sides. Place your hands against your lower back and press your hands into your lower back as you support your back bend. Hips press forward, arch back. Try to reach the crown of the head up and back. Elongate. And then back to vertical. Float your arms up parallel to the floor. Hinge forward. Pause with your back parallel to the floor. And reach your hands away. Lengthen those arms. Lengthen your spine. Tailbone back. Crown of the head reaching forward. Let your arms just hang down. Bend your knees. Rest your elbows on your thighs as you come into a deep tuck. Maybe bring your hands behind your calves or ankles, elbows toward the backs of the knees. You could pull on those ankles, calves, and draw your upper body even a little closer, deeper into the tuck. Now release your hands from your legs. Bring your arms straight out in front and sit back toward your heels. Reach your hands forward. Hold chair pose. Now can we raise our chair pose by lifting the heels? A little bit of a balance challenge as you work those quadricep muscles. Good. And then bring the heels down. The arms up overhead. Palms touch. Other little finger in front. So you're clasping the hands the non-habitual way. Point your index finger. Now arch over to the side. This time we're going to try to balance. So take that outer leg, toes touch. Lift that leg if you can and balance. Focus your gaze. More challenge would be to lift the leg a little higher. Ease it down. Other side. Take that foot out to the side. Toes can touch. You can keep them touching or lift. And balance. And breathe. And just notice the standing leg. Can you feel those muscles contracting and releasing as they attempt to keep the ship of your body aright? And then bring the foot down. Bring your hands in front of your chest. Inhale your arms up overhead and exhale. Float your arms out to the sides and down. And now just take a few moments to see what your body needs. Simply resting in stillness, or is there a movement that would feel good, that would help you to integrate what we've done so far? Just a relaxed forward bend seems called for as I listen to my body. So we just allow for spontaneous movement from time to time. And now we'll shift to the top of the mat with the feet about hip distance apart. And you lift your shoulders up, roll them back, relax them down. Sweep your arms up overhead, palms touch, hands down in front of your chest. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hinge from the hips, slight bend in the knees is fine. Come into a deep forward bend and hold here for a moment. And step the left foot back, big step. Come into a low lunge, right knee over that right ankle. And now keeping the right knee above the ankle, bring your upper body up to vertical and then the arms straight out in front and up overhead. And just hold here in warrior pose. As we hold warrior pose, let's take in the words of John Wellwood. He said, awareness, courage, and gentleness. These are the basic weapons of the warrior of the heart. Bring the arms out to the sides and down. Now, humble warrior. Interlace your hands. Press the interlaced hands down. Squeeze the shoulders back. Take a breath in. As you exhale, come forward. Both your upper body coming down toward that right thigh and the arms lifting away from the back if possible. Good, and press. Come on, back up. Good, arms at your sides. Now bring that left hand back onto the back of the left thigh. Lift the right arm up. And arch back a little bit. That right arm up to vertical, gazing toward the sky, past the right fingertips. Reverse warrior. Arm comes down, arms back out to the side, hinge forward, back foot comes partway forward. Option to balance by lifting that back leg. Option to go deeper into the forward movement. Just touch toes down if you start to lose your balance, as I just did. Taking care of the body. Good. Balancing warrior. And then bring the foot down alongside the other foot. and relax. And we'll do the same thing. The other side, sweep arms up overhead. Palms touch. Hands in front of chest. Inhale, arms up overhead. Take a deep dive. Now we'll take that right foot. Step it way back. Low lunge. Left knee right above left ankle. Rolling up. Torso to vertical. And then arms straight out in front and up overhead. And hold. Good. Take the arms out to the side. Now can you interlace the hands the non-habitual way? Just for symmetry. Press the interlaced hands down. Squeeze the shoulders back. Take a breath in. And humble warrior. Lift your arms. Hinge your upper body forward. And slowly roll back up. Right hand just resting on the back of that right thigh. Left arm up toward the sky. Reverse warrior. Arch back a little bit if you can. Good. And then bring that left arm down. Float your arms out to the sides. Hinge upper body forward. Back foot partway forward. That front knee relatively straight, keeping a micro bend in that left knee as you hinge forward. Toes can always touch or lift and balance. And for more challenge, hinge a little bit further toward the earth. Good. And then bring the foot down alongside the other foot. And relax. Shoulders up. Roll your shoulders back. Relax your shoulders down. And inhale your arms up overhead. Palms touch. Bring your hands down in front of your chest. Inhale. The arms overhead. And exhale again. A deep sun dive. Hands hang down. Now, let your hands slide up your legs part way as you lift your upper body to parallel to the floor. Reach the crown forward. Breathe in. Good. And then exhale into a deep fold once again. And walk your feet back. Let's come into downward dog. Press both heels toward the mat. Can you relax here in downward dog? And of course, you always have the option to bring the knees to the mat. Always honoring the body and its natural limits. Now can we shift into a plank? So I find the resting on the backs of my hands works well, but I notice most people feel very comfortable on the palms. So either way, from plank to upward facing dog. So you're just arching back a little bit. Take a breath in. And then exhale into downward dog. Now let's do it again. Come to plank. You're always welcome to rest your knees on the mat if this is too intense. Another upward dog. Exhale into downward dog. One more. One more plank. And then from plank, we'll bring the knees down. And then the elbows come down. And then the thighs. Good. And the buttocks and the belly and the hands come alongside your face. Cobra pose. Just lift your head and chest. And then lift your hand. Use those back muscles. Now bring the hands down and slide them forward so that your elbows rest under your shoulders. We're in Sphinx pose. Press the elbows and the hands down into the mat so that when you attempt to pull your hands back, they don't move. They're firmly fixed to the mat. But what does move is your sternum shifts forward slightly through this action. And the abdominal muscles, which are connected to the sternum, will stretch. Can you feel that belly stretch? Good. And release. Bringing your hands hand over hand, your chin resting on the back of one hand. And then can you bring your chin to the mat and your arms to your sides, palms up. And you can keep arms at your sides, palms up, or if it works, just slide your hands under your thighs, palms up. Do that. Press the hips and thighs down and lift just the right leg. And then move that right leg out to the right. And then move it across and across toward the left. And then back to center. And now lift that leg a little bit higher. Ease it down. So stay right here. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Press the hips and thighs down into your hands, into your wrists, or into the mat if your hands are at your sides. And then lift just that left leg. High as it'll go. Keep it lifted as you move it out to the left. This is the half locust pose. And then bring the leg across toward the right. And then back to center. And then lift the leg a little higher. And then ease the leg right back down. Good. Bring your elbows under your chest. And now pressing into your elbows, lift your trunk and begin to walk your elbows back. And as you do, your butt will sit back toward your heels, but only as far as is comfortable. Keep your arms extended in front and rest here in child pose, extended child. Taking care of your knees and your hips, just folding at those joints to the degree that's comfortable for you. We don't want to over flex the joints. If there's sharp sensation in the joints, that's a warning to back off. Come back to tabletop. And from here, just sit to one side. Extend your legs out in front. Place your hands back behind you. Just separate your heels. And we're going to circle the ankles around. Toes, feet, ankles, reverse direction. Good. And now heels separated a little bit and try to curl the toes in toward each other, pigeon toes. Internal hip rotation. And then external hip rotation. I turn the feet out to the side. And then relax your feet and bring your feet flat. Just come into the upward facing boat by lifting the feet, taking your hands under your knees. Take your arms out over your legs. You can hold here, or let's take it deeper if you can. Deeper by extending the legs. That adds challenge to those belly muscles. And hold. Variation. You could open the legs. You could open the arms. Come back to bent knees if necessary, or even hands holding under knees. And together, let's back out of the pose the way we went in. Bring the feet down. Place your hands back behind you and gently rock your knees from side to side. Good. So, just extend the legs out. We're going to shift onto the back, coming into a supine position. And so from here, we'll move into bridge pose. Feet flat, arms at your side. Press into your feet. Lift your hips. Lift your lower back, mid-back. High as you can lift. Pressing into your feet. Relaxing your face. Relaxing your arms. Just feeling the sensation. Feeling the muscles that are working, the buttocks, the thighs. But where can you relax? Can you relax the feet, the toes? Now, single leg bridge. This is optional. Can you extend the right leg to the sky? Slowly lower that leg part way down. So the thighs are parallel. Bend the knee. Place the foot back down. Press into the feet. Lift the hips once again. And other side, left leg extends straight up. Slowly lowers down. Thighs parallel. Pause for a moment. Place the foot flat. Lift the hips one last time. And slowly lower down. Good, and just relax here. And then take your arms and open them out to the sides, T position. Take that left leg, cross it up and over the right leg. And now we'll allow the knees to drop down toward the right side and the head toward the left side. And just hang out here in this twist. Try to keep the left shoulder on the mat. If you want more twist, take the top knee, the right knee, and press it down against that left leg. And that will leverage the deeper twist. All within your safe, wholesome range of movements. Good. Head and knees come back up. Uncross the legs. Switch. Right leg up and over. Thighs are joined. Knees start dropping to the left as the head turns to the right. Breathe. If you want a little bit more depth in the twist, simply press that top knee, left knee down into the right calf. And then the head and the knees come back up. The legs uncross, the arms at your sides, the legs extend out along your mat. Take a deep breath and let it go. Just find a comfortable position. If you need to keep your knees bent, use a pillow. Just allow your body to find a resting place here. A deep relaxation by simply letting go. Scan your body, and as you alight upon each body part, simply instruct that place in your body to relax. Relax the face, the jaw, the mouth, the eyes, the head. Relax. On your own, simply bring awareness to different parts of your body, wherever the sensation calls to you, and then see, can I relax this place even a little more? Now you're welcome to remain here in relaxation. You can let the video run out and simply rest for as long as you like. Or perhaps you'll join me as I guide us back to where we began our practice. Back to sitting, beginning by just exploring small movements. Finger, a toe, a little stretch. A deeper stretch. Bending the knees and rolling to one side and resting on your side. And then finding your way back to a sitting position. Right back to where we began our practice of yoga. Perhaps a little more open, centered, relaxed. Noticing your body and your breath. And I'll end today by sharing these words. The author is unknown. It goes, I understand that life is no more and no less than a series of lessons, and I play the role of student who is here only to learn and then pass that learning along to others in a gentle, non-judgmental way, and that the purpose underlying all the lessons I seem to be learning is just this, to grow in wisdom and to learn to love myself and others better. That is all that was ever expected of me. That is why I am here. And so we'll complete our practice by taking a deep breath and letting it out with a sound or a sigh. Thank you so much for joining me today. Bring your hands to your heart. Namaste.